movie, Sean.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah?
We witness nudity.
I mean, the movie's naked. So, synopsis-wise, this is basically Groundhog Day. But
if you haven't seen like myself, pretty much the day starts over. He's got to solve a problem.
Yeah, so it's a Groundhog Day wedding edition. That's really pretty much all you really need to know about that. It's just him being stuck in a time loop, just trying to make his wedding as perfect as possible.
He's got to get to this wedding.
Yeah, that's pretty much really what it is. And from then on, shenanigans ensues.
And he discovers the beauty within his heart. Being mature, growing up. So this loop is a 1 hour loop. If he doesn't solve what's happening in this loop, he goes back in that elevator. He wakes up naked. He's got to get to his wedding. What's he going to do? We see all of that, and it does not add up.
Yeah, there's a lot that's simply logically wrong with it. For example, it's not really ever stated it's an hour-long loop, but it's like clearly.
I think it is.
No, he just says like, "Oh,
I got an hour."
Yeah, he just keeps saying, "I got an hour," but nothing's been, But it's clear that there is no like consistency with this. Like some of his loops will be him walking outside, calling someone, and then that's the whole loop, and it's like, no, that's not an hour. And then again, there'll be other times where he's going well beyond an hour, and it's fine, because I think how they're doing it is when the bell rings is when he gets reset. And I think it's implied that there is a higher power ringing this bell whenever something bad happens. I don't know. Either way, the point is there'll be scenes where like it's going, and then it'll stop and it resets, and then there'll be other scenes where it gets to that point and goes further before resetting, and it keeps doing things like that. So the logic of the film doesn't really necessarily make sense.
That's kind of what gave me a slight headache, I'm not gonna lie, because then I couldn't really follow, and there was no real sense of urgency. I just feel like, oh, it's just going on his merry way. It didn't seem like it was very important, and I was like, oh, okay. In the beginning of the movie, it said, this is just my little nitpick, but the way they do their exposition, I admit, you have to give some exposition in a movie to set up characters if you don't have the time.
Yeah.
If you want to dedicate so much time to all those stupid shenanigans.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy in this.
But the set up the characters is just so awkward. Yeah. The way they talk to each other, like, look at you, you're a doctor.
Yeah.
Wow, you're saving lives.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're a substitute teacher. Well, I know. It's like, you don't have to, like, did you know Sean? Your name is Sean. You're wearing a black shirt, green jello. That's amazing. Wow.
I've seen Groundhog Day. I love Groundhog Day.
I want to see it.
Yeah, this does feel like a very lesser Groundhog Day, where all the charm in Groundhog Day it's not there as much, and it's clear they're trying to do their hardest to make it a similar type of film because they do all these setups so that they can pay off.
Oh, yes.
And you can tell the setups are coming because that's like we're saying, people are saying things and you're going, oh, okay, so that's going to lead to this somehow, yada, yada, yada. So that's the one main detriment. It kind of just, it really does beat you over the head in a way.
I'm going to be clear, I don't like it. It did make me laugh a couple times. Like, I'm not saying it's a horrible movie by any means. Popeye was worse, but I mean, I just feel like it was just too gimmicky a little bit sometimes. Like, I know what they're trying to do, and kudos for making a movie. I couldn't do it, but I was just tired at the end of it, dude. I was just done.
I liked it though.
No, you didn't.
I actually did.
You liar.
So
don't lie to our fans.
I know that everyone is bagging on this film quite a bit.
I don't want to bang on him. He's a funny dude. I love white chicks and scary movie.
So the way I see it is, yes, it's Groundhog Day on a lesser scale, obviously. But as dumb as it may sound, I had fun.
Okay, so I can appreciate seeing a grown man's ass. That's always kind of funny.
The naked part is clearly a gimmick. It's like, really, if you took that part out, it really wouldn't have changed too much except the intro scenes. That being said, I don't really care that much, because as long as I got to laugh at the situations it set up, then it pays off, does it not?
I feel like you're making excuses for the movie.
I'm not! I'm just saying, like, that's what a lot of movies are. Hey, if I can enjoy it in the end, why do I necessarily care too much about how it was set up? Because the whole purpose of the setup is the punchline, and if the punchline is funny, it worked. I'm sorry. like the jokes. I guess the subjectivity of this movie is you have to like the humor.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of absurdist humor, not over the top humor, but humor that makes you go, "Oh, that's funny," because it kind of never would happen in reality, which is kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, well, sometimes it just wasn't funny. I was just like, God, what are you doing?
The subjectivity. On the other hand, I had quite a few scenes where I was actually trying really hard to not laugh loudly.
No.
There was some great. I don't want to get too specific here, but there are situations that arise that are pretty like like the whole scene where he's getting like literally respawning over and over again to try and get this one fight down section by section, and they do even do some justification and just making it, you know, like they don't make it overly obvious what's happening necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do the scene, they'll make you kind of think it's going one way and still add more to it.
Doesn't work, no.
It works! That scene was funny! When he was like, balls! That doesn't really do my argument justice, but it wasn't funny.
Okay, so apparently he restarts, and every time he starts, he learns the next move.
Yes!
It's just, why? What did...
So you can have those badass Matrix moments. They do have Matrix moments in here where he's all like, left hook! And it's funny!
It wasn't my cup of tea. I can see why people would enjoy it. I can understand, but no, it just don't work. Like I just feel like he fights bikers and he's like, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna dance and see this." He's just, okay. So they're like, "Okay, this is my dance recital for the dance, the first dance, bride and groom. Oh, show us your dance. Oh, I'm gonna grab that ass." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." Yeah, that's right, you my bitch. A real biker would have knocked his ass out if that's the case. I mean, they're all acting tough and then. Oh my bit? No, like it just doesn't. Like some things just comedy comes from things being unbelievable. Like, oh, that would how that's funny. But for me, so many things were so unbelievable that it was just took me out of it. You know what I mean?
And see, I just don't care about that.
You don't care about my feelings. Don't care about feelings.
I've never seen you so angry of me liking a film. Usually it's like, how can you hate it?
I was expecting you to hate it with me. Like I was like, okay, cool, like, we can hate this together. Because I mean, like I don't like hating, but at the same time, it's like. I like agreeing with you.
Yeah.
And I don't mind disagreeing when I'm right and you're wrong, but I mean, this time you're really wrong.
Hey, look, it's a heads. He said heads.
Oh, but if you flip it over, it's tails!
I think it's okay, heads.
Get out of my fucking house.